Oh, definitely we're in a post-truth culture and it's a really weird space. So it's the word for 2016, both in the UK and in the States, and this sense that everything's up for grab, everything's relative and there is no absolute truth. And I think there's a couple of things we can say to that. One is we actually understand this well, and the second is we have a better story to tell. So when I say we understand this well, we've been talking about postmodernism for a while in the church, and we've been warning about this thing. If you say, hey, X has got their truth and Y has got their truth and nobody decides between it, that just doesn't go anywhere in the end. And language loses meaning, there's a breakdown in trust. We can't actually have a conversation anymore. And we're seeing that in this alternative fact world. How many people showed up at the inauguration? You know, we can't even have a conversation about it because nobody's agreed what's a fact anymore. So we've warned about that, and we've said that's a problem. But the big thing then is the shift to say we have a better story to tell. So in this point of confusion, and when people really aren't sure, we want to articulate a better narrative. Talk about the change that Jesus is, but also how he's changed that in the lives of our community, in us as individuals, around all sorts of areas like sex and relationships. We can say we want to tell a better story. So following the sexual revolution, people are now having less sex. That's weird. Let's talk about that story and then say we have a better frame for understanding relationships in the context of marriage and family. And keep repeating that across a whole series of areas. So I think we understand this culture well, not in an arrogant way, but we've been talking about it for a while, the dangers of postmodernism and truth losing any value. It's not a new idea. Jesus and Pilate had this great interchange, and Pilate said to Jesus, what is truth? Pilate, Tom Wright calls him the first great postmodernist in a sense. Like he just didn't know what it was. It was all around power for him. And so we're saying, we understand that. We have a different approach to that. We believe we follow the person who is truth, but also we want to tell a great story. This has changed the world, this has changed our lives, this has changed our community. Come and see in this moment of uncertainty, in this moment of fear, come and join us and see what we have to offer.